All right, ladies. Thank you for trying out for the Women's Flag Football Network USA Team. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to get this video to you guys and get the evaluations done to you guys, but I thought it was important to make a video to explain the evaluation process first before I give you your evaluations. And I'll go into that a little bit more in a moment here. I just want to get straight to business, talk to you about the type of commitment that it takes to be on the team. We are right now even though my company is a nonprofit organization, we do not have any sponsorship that pays for our travel, our tournament fees, and anything that is incurred while we travel. We do have a partial uniform sponsor that allows us to get discounts on our uniforms, but that's the only thing that we get right now for the team. So it's a heavy financial commitment. I'll give you an example. Our main tournament is coming up in the Bahamas that we use as a tryout and opportunity for us to see which players go where, is in the Bahamas, and it averages about $1,200 per person. When you kick in how much it costs for your flight, how much it costs to stay at the resort, the fees to participate in the event, it comes out to about $1,200. I think if I guess roughly, I've spent myself right around $4,500 this year in travel and expenses for the tournaments. And so I wanted to give you guys an idea of the financial commitment that it takes to be a part of the team right now. We may eventually get sponsorship. That's what I try for, and that's what I strive for. But until then, that's the financial commitment that it takes out of each of you as players. So I want you guys to seriously consider that part of the deal before you move any further in the process of becoming a part of the team. Because once you say you're committed, I'm going to treat you, talk to you, and expect you to be committed. So I put the money out first because usually that's the biggest hurdle for most players to participate on the team. All right. What else we want to go over? Let's go. I'll jump into the financial. I'll jump into the evaluation process because this is big. You say, Norman, why do you have to have a video to tell us about your your evaluation process when you're just going to send it to us in an email? I'll explain to you why. When I first put together the team last year, we had players who I didn't feel were qualified for the team, and I sent them an email. In my email, I explained that everyone is allowed to come to the Bahamas and compete head-to-head to show me what you really have, because the evaluation process is an extremely small portion for some of you for me to see what you can do. Some of you, I only got to see 1 or 2 games, and I'm making an evaluation off of that. So it's not really fair to you. What if you had a bad weekend? What if you had a bad game or whatever? It's not really fair to you, but that's the only way we can do it right now is, for the most part, me getting a good look at the players themselves to see if they are a fit. So, but anyway, last year I did it. I sent out some players who I didn't think made the cut would make the team, but I did tell them they can come to Bahamas head-to-head, but they didn't read the entire email, so they didn't read that part. And so therefore, they got their letter and said, well, bump him. He doesn't know what I can do, this, that, and the third. But you're right. I don't know what you can do. But from what small sample size that I had, I made my evaluation. But I do leave it up to you to decide if you want to continue to go forward. The reason why I do that is because of the cost. If you're going to come to the Bahamas to go head-to-head, you're going to pay all the fees and costs that it take to get out there to play in the Bahamas. I don't like people paying for nothing. And this team is not a team put together on the everyone participates type basis. It's a competitive team. We're going to put the best out on the field. Now, it doesn't mean that, a superstar player is going to be playing both offense and defense. We don't really have that because we have enough players to play offense and defense. But what it does mean is we're going to have the best players out on the field. So we don't look down the line on the sideline and say, oh, Jane Doe didn't get enough playing time today, so let me put her in the game. This is not that kind of team. You're going to play based on your performance and your skill set. And I need each of you to think about that before you decide to go further in the process of becoming a part of the team. You're going to have to work hard and you're going to have to perform on a great level. Now, with that said, we don't put more players on the team than we need. So if we have you on the team, and this is after the Bahamas, if we have you on the team and have you come to a location, we're expecting you to play. I can assure you, as most of you are ballers, you play offense, defense, you play all the time. I assure you, you may feel that you don't have enough playing time because you are used to being always being on the field. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work like that with this team. We have positions, and that's the position you'll play, and you'll play when that position is on the field. It's as simple as that. And you miss a play, somebody's sitting right there on the sidelines ready to come in for you and take that spot. So there's a little pressure there, but I assume most of you have been competing your entire life, and in competition is pressure. So you're expected to perform. The bottom line with this team is we cannot lose when we play. So the coaches are aware of that, the players are aware of that, and I need you to be aware of that. We cannot lose when we play, so that's not an option. So therefore, we're always looking to win. So I need you to think about that. Now, with players that I evaluated, I had 31 or 32 people that registered for the team. Out of that, I got to personally see 26 of you. So it's about 5 of you that I did not get to see. And I'll explain to you how you can go forward or why you should not go forward here in a moment. But I wanted to piggyback the fact that I got to see 27 players through, I think, about 4 or 5 events and league play. That's just an example of my dedication to coming out and seeing players to put them on the team. I don't have you come to me. I go to the events and hope that you come to those events that allow me to see you. But I will travel for this team, and I will travel for the Women's Flag Football Network. I have been doing it for the last 4 years, and I will continue to do it. So with that said, it's kind of the same dedication I expect from you guys. But all you have to do is show up and play. I run the business. I run the team. I do all the things in the backdrop, everything in the background. Everything needs to be done, taking care of the red tape, taking care of anything that needs to be taken care of as far as getting us to where we need to go. You need to show up and play. The coaches, they just show up and coach. Simple as that. I give them the tools to work with, and they're expected to put those tools in position to win. So everybody has their own part. I am not a coach. I am the team owner. And I keep my distance from other areas on the team. I let the coaches handle what they need to handle on the field. I say that because there's not going to be any time that you'll be able to come to me about your playing time. And I may listen to you, but I'm going to send you back to the coach. I mean, those type of things that are team-oriented things, on the field things, those are for the coach. As far as participating on the team and issues with that, you can come to me and I'll send you in the right direction, or I'll handle it directly. Need you to understand that as well. All right. So the evaluation process, this is done on a comparative evaluation scale. What does that mean, Norm? It sounds like you're just throwing words together. What that means is when I watch you perform, when I watch you play, I compare you to the existing players on the team that are playing in the positions that you play. All right. So if I give you a 1, and then the scale is 1 to 5, if I give you a 1, it doesn't mean that you're an overall 1 player, that you're not good. But what it does mean is there's probably 3 players in front of you on the team that I feel would handle the position better at this time from what I got to see on you. Now, that sounds real simple. Norm is doing a comparative evaluation. But what I have had in the past is someone got a 1 and they were just ready to cuss me out up and down because I'm telling them they're a 1 player. That's not what I'm telling you, and this is why I'm making the video, because that's the portions of the email that was skipped. I'm not telling you that you're a 1 player. I'm telling you that in my evaluation, in comparison to the players that are already on the team in your position, I put you at a 1, meaning that I feel that if you were to come onto the team in the Bahamas, you would be evaluated again against head-to-head, and you'd end up in that 1 position, which could be 4th on the depth chart, which could mean you not getting playing time going forward with the team. It's as simple as that, but I need you to understand that. I am no one to judge how good you are as a player. That's not my job. My job is to judge where you would fit in on this team. So I ask that you listen to what I just said, and when you read your evaluation, view it as such. There's nothing personal about that. This is all about my team and me wanting the team to be in a position to win, as well as not putting people on the team just for the heck of it, because that costs you money. It doesn't cost me money if you're sitting on the sidelines and just watching and being a fan. That costs you money. And therefore, I give you the information that I have for you to make an informed decision on whether you want to be a part of the team. With that said, now I need you to think and say, okay, Norman told me about money. He told me about this competition evaluation, all of this. I don't know if I'm ready to do all of that. I don't know if I'm ready to be committed to that. Now's the time to kind of step out. And it's cool. There's nothing personal. I mean, this is business. So I'm not going to be like, oh, bump her. If I see her in the streets, I ain't going to say hi to her. Nothing like that. No, this is about you and what's best for you. And I'm fine if you choose to be on a team or to not be on a team. I only want players who 100% are committed to being on this team. And that's because when we're out there competing, I will look you in the eye and I will tell you to give me everything you've got. And I expect you to say, you got it, Norman. Because if you don't, this is not the team for you. This is not your rec team. This is not your home league team. This is a whole lot different in how we approach. There is a competitor on this team that can take your position with no problem or fill in for your position with no problem. Everybody is on this team are great players. And it's as simple as, you know what, you're not performing or your attitude isn't right or whatever. Hey, I'm going to pull you out and bring such and such in, and the team won't miss a beat. So depending on what you're used to, you may have to change your mindset to be a part of this team. I just like to keep it real. I like to keep it straightforward. I like to tell you guys what you're about to get involved in to make sure that you understand that and you say, you know what, Norman, I still want to go with it. I still want to go all in. I'm 100% committed. All right, so all I need you to do is basically acknowledge that you watched this video and you understood, and then you will be able to fill out some information on this website to let me know that you're ready to go forward and receive your evaluation or go forward with the team, depending on how we went on about the recruiting basis for you. Thanks a lot, and hope to see you and hear from you soon.